If you're not mentally strong as an athlete, you will never reach your full potential. But what is it that mentally strong athletes do that separates them from the rest? As a coach and athlete myself, I find it very fascinating how powerful our brains are when it comes to boosting our performance, but also when it comes to hindering ourselves. So in this video I will go through 7 things mentally strong athletes don't do and what they do instead. I know that I myself have been guilty in many cases of not being a mentally strong enough athlete, and the points I will present in this video I think all of us need to be reminded of from time to time. So let's head into the first one. It's easy to fall into the trap of dwelling on the past. Maybe you decide to believe that you will never achieve anything as an athlete because you started training seriously too late in life, or because you for many years trained in the wrong way, or you have current struggles that just make you think about your old glory days. This is a trap I myself have to be careful not to fall into, because I am for sure not in my all-time best running shape today. And it's easy to look back and see how much time I had to dedicate to training earlier, before, when I didn't have as many work responsibilities and small babies at home. So this point is a reminder to myself as well. Mentally strong athletes don't dwell on the past, they focus on creating an optimal present and future with the circumstances you're under right now. Mentally strong athletes know that failure is a part of the journey and that you need to fail over and over again to reach your goals. The legendary basketball player Michael Jordan has a great quote on this topic that goes like this: "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career, I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." I have no ambition to become a great basketball player, but if I would, missing that shot would be a crucial part of training. Every failure is a chance to improve, and if you are too afraid to even take the shot, you won't achieve anything and won't succeed in anything you do. So the next time you fail with your ambitions, try to see it as one failure closer to success rather than a reason to give up your ambitions. For example, when making videos for this YouTube channel, I have made so many bad videos that have performed poorly and have been sort of a failure in a way. But without learning from making a lot of bad videos, I could never have grown this channel to almost 60,000 subscribers and had the chance to inspire many people. So this doesn't just apply to athletes. For whatever you do in life, mentally strong people accept that failure is a part of the journey, and they try to learn and grow with each failure, getting them closer to their goals. Before we leave this basketball field where I don't really feel at home, I would just want to say that if you get some value from my videos and don't think that this video is one of those failures, I would appreciate it a lot if you hit that subscribe button. You don't see mentally strong athletes spend days, months, or even years feeling sorry for themselves, thinking that they were unlucky to get that injury, or that they simply live in a place where it's always raining or snowing, or that it's too hot or too cold. The list of reasons to feeling sorry for yourself as an athlete can be made super long. And some of the reasons for feeling sorry for yourself actually might be valid. Maybe you don't have the optimal genetics for the sport you want to become good in. Most of us actually don't, but focusing on things like this that are out of your control will hinder your development in a huge way. Instead, mentally tough athletes tend to focus on what they can control. Of course, it's okay to get sad if you get sick or get an injury, but mentally strong athletes quickly switch their focus to the things that they can do something about. For example, how can I rehab the injury as quickly as possible, or how can I tweak my training so that I don't get a similar injury in the future? Do you see the difference in mindset there? If you can get into this proactive way of thinking and stop spending time feeling sorry for yourself when things don't go the way you want them to do, it will make a huge difference in your development as an athlete. I know for sure that I myself could have gotten out of the rut of constantly being injured in the past as a runner if I spent way less time feeling sorry for myself and spent more time looking for solutions and learning about the things that I could switch up in my training and change my approach in the workouts I was doing. So if you want to be a mentally strong athlete, take responsibility for your outcomes and focus on the things that you can control rather than feeling sorry for yourself. Mentally strong athletes analyze and learn from their mistakes so that they don't have to waste months or years not developing because they keep making the same mistakes over and over again. This was also something I was guilty of doing in the past when it comes to my history with running injuries. For many years when I was trying to get as good as possible, I made the same mistake over and over again, which was overreaching in my training and not having a smart enough progression in my running training. So if you also are not getting the development you want as an athlete and are struggling with the same kinds of problems over and over again, I would highly recommend taking a step back, analyze what you're doing and what you can change. Doing this has helped me going from constantly injured to now being able to run every single day. And this run that I'm out on right now is actually my 981st run day in a row. So I'm getting closer to that 1000 days of running in a row. Way too many give up way before they reach their potential because they don't think the results they want come fast enough. And especially as an athlete, it's important to have long-term goals over years and don't expect any quick results. When I was working as a physiotherapist, I often had patients coming to me saying that they had tried training or this and that exercise and it didn't work. But that's not really how training works. Some people do 1 or 2 workouts and expect some sort of results. If you're training for health reasons, it is a lifelong thing that doesn't have an end date. And to get real results, we're talking about months and years of dedicated hard work. People often overestimate the gains you can get from a couple of training sessions, but actually underestimates the results you can get from consistently showing up and doing good and smart training over years. Mentally strong athletes know that they will not get results from the training they are doing today immediately. So they structure their training so they can do it consistently over years, and these people achieve the most incredible things from years of dedicated hard work. Mentally strong athletes don't find excuses to not perform their best on race day. The best way to not get the result you want is to tell your brain on beforehand that you will not be able to do it because of this or that. Of course, your preparations haven't been 100% perfect. They will never be. And that's why you're doing yourself a huge disservice from focusing on the things that didn't go according to plan in your preparations. Because during the race or competition, as soon as things start getting tough, you will start thinking of all your excuses and make it okay for yourself to not give it your best all the way to the finish line. Before I head into my last point on this list, that I think is one of the most important ones if you want to achieve great things as an athlete. I'm sure that you also have some great thoughts about things mentally strong athletes do and don't do. So I would love it if you wrote a comment down below about that, so we can learn from each other in the comments field down below. It's easy to be so afraid of failing that you don't dare to set the goals that you really want to achieve. And one thing that is certain is that if you don't even dare to set something difficult to achieve as a goal, the chances of you achieving that goal are very, very slim. Mentally strong athletes dare to set goals that are on the edge of what's realistic, and this motivates them to work hard, and even if they fail with what they set out to do, they will end up in a way better place than if they didn't dare to go for something difficult in the first place. It's a cliché, but I still love the quote, "Shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you will land among the stars." If you want to learn a crucial thing that will increase the likelihood of you achieving your challenging goals, watch this video right here. Thanks for watching, train smart, have fun, and I will see you in the next video.